Do I need to explain that further? Because you said you don't understand.
Yeah,
About the deny or admit liability.
I said, I am aware what you are saying, but I do not understand. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay, what is it that you don't understand? So I can maybe help you
So maybe I
process
need to
it.
clarify that I'm here under special appearance today.
Special appearance in
The
what
special
sense?
appearance as a living woman, naturally born woman, one of the people, American state national. I'm not subject matter to the rules of civil procedures.
So you, according to
let me just finish.
Sure. I'm sorry.
I'm also a secured party creditor and attorney in fact for like.I spelled in all capital letters for my trust.
Okay.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand that there's other designations that you've claimed that you have for this hearing.
Yeah, it's
Whether or not that's going to bear on the case, I have no idea.
All right, excellent. So I just wanted
But
to
you
put it
don't.
on the case.
So you're saying you do not understand what it means
I
to.
do not stand under your jurisdiction of the rules of civil procedures
Okay.
or anything you were trying to make me to basically be under. That's what that means.
This story begins with a sovereign citizen named Lenka Coloma, who thinks a 5-pound British coin can pay off a parking ticket in California. She walks into a hearing believing she's a living woman, a private American, immune to civil rules. The hearing officer asks her if she understands, and she says no, because understand means to stand under the law. According to her, the judge tries to get a simple yes or no, and she launches into a rant about land patents and private property she believes. Her parked car is sacred land and a city meter. A trespass she talks about UCC 1308 like it's a magical shield against real-world rules. But the hearing officer stays calm and just keeps asking if she denies liability instead of giving a real answer. She questions who issued the ticket and demands to meet a man named Mr. San Clemente. She claims she paid under duress and refuses to recognize basic civic procedures while waving around sovereign phrases and paperwork. This is not a legal argument, it's a performance. The whole room is being dragged into her alternate reality where jurisdiction does not exist and every official is an enemy of her freedom.
So at this time, you can make your plea of either admit or deny liability.
Okay, excellent. So first of all, so when I received the ticket,
I'm going to let you go ahead and get into
Yes,
that,
yeah.
but I need you to tell me whether or not you deny or admit liability. That's what
if I admit or deny liability,
doesn't-
Bill, can you advise me on this, please?
Well, the question is not whether you were parked there, the question is whether or not you got the ticket.
That's right.
And you did get the ticket,
Yes,
so it's okay, you can acknowledge you got the
Yeah,
ticket.
yeah.
Okay, so you
I received
admit-
the ticket, yes.
Yeah, right, okay.
Okay.
So with that, I'm going to turn the floor over to you, and you can share with me
Okay.
your reasons for contesting the citation.
Okay, excellent. So I parked my automobile at the North Beach in San Clemente. I was there maybe like 30 minutes or something, and I come back. Yeah, and there was a ticket on my private automobile. And so, because I'm a private American and because I'm fully aware that this is an American land, which by the way, it's secured actually under land patent, okay? I have actually a certified copy in my office. So I was not surprised by receiving this ticket because it's obvious a trespass on my private property. So I wanted to resolve it in a pretty fairly, quick manner. So I sent the ticket back.
I would
With
take that.
refusal that I refused the contract and I reserved my 72 hours to rescind under the contract law and that I invoke my rights as private American, one of the people, and all my rights are reserved under UCC 1308 without prejudice.
Lenka Coloma insists on finding a physical person who wrote the citation. She keeps repeating that there is no claimant and says she is being extorted by the city. She calls herself a private American and says lawful money was not accepted. She offered to pay in coins that are not legal tender and then cried foul when they were rejected. She invokes old legal codes and contract laws in ways that do not apply to her case. The hearing officer tries to steer her back to the purpose of the hearing, which is to review evidence about a parking ticket, but Lenka goes further, claiming that the meters are unlawful and that she has lived on this land for decades, and therefore exempt from local laws. She demands to know who gave the city permission to install parking meters, and then shifts into emotional appeals about being a peaceful American under attack from the government. She clearly came here to make a statement, not to resolve a ticket. This is a sovereign citizen tactic. Confuse, delay, derail, and never take responsibility.
Okay, so I actually came here directly on December 4th, when was it? December 14th? No, January 4th, right after the holidays, to settle the matter. There's actually a video, everything was videotaped, and I came to settle the matter. I wanted to meet with the party that issued the ticket, Mr. San Clemente.
I
And
don't know if there's a Mr. San Clemente, the city
well,
of
how
San
come,
Clemente.
all right, well, now we have a problem, right? Because someone issued the ticket, right?
Yes,
And so I wanted to meet with the man or the woman who issued the ticket and find out that they have a contract with me. Well, no one could find Mr. San Clemente, right? So I said, all right, well, now we have that we have one issue because we don't have an actual claimant. But anyway, and in order to come to sit down with you, I was coerced and intimidated to pay that ticket, actually to not even to pay it, right? To give you guys under duress $43 FRNs, right? I actually offered to pay the alleged debt, even though we never discovered Mr. San Clemente, and that was denied.
I appreciate all that information and the course of events to get to this day and this appointment, and this hearing. But I'm here to listen to evidence that would be used to potentially dismiss or confirm that the citation was issued properly. Okay, so
Well,
so far
okay,
it's your floor. So just
yes,
provide me
so
that evidence.
I have, the first issue we have is, who is Mr. San Clemente that walks around and issues tickets to private Americans? Second problem is, where did this Mr. San Clemente, that's pretty much non-existent, took an authority to put meters there on our private American land that belongs to we the people, okay, to coerce and extort money for a very long time, by the way. I've been living here for some 30 years.
Blanca's courtroom meltdown continues as she argues that a motor vehicle is a commercial term and her car is not commercial. She rejects the term vehicle and claims that California has no authority because she is not engaged in commerce. She quotes federal definitions while ignoring state law. The hearing officer reminds her that the California Vehicle Code defines her car as a motor vehicle, but she waves that off and returns to jurisdiction arguments she brings along. A man who claims this is a special appearance and starts explaining what jurisdiction means according to their worldview. They argue that no one can hear the facts of the case until jurisdiction is proven, which is something they believe the state can never do. This is a classic move from sovereign citizens. They treat every legal interaction a trap and think they can win by refusing to play the game. Meanwhile, the judge stays patient, listening to ramblings that go nowhere and constantly reminding them that this is about a parking ticket, not a constitutional crisis.
Third of all, how come I come here and I'm coerced and intimidated? Lawful money is not accepted, and I'm extorted furthermore to pay you in legal tender to actually get a hearing. Also, the other thing I wanted to tell you. So let me just finish, okay? I don't know if you.
That's not my
understand.
role. I'm here to just simply
Right.
hear
And
your reasons
listen,
for contesting.
listen, I know that you are a good man, okay? This is our discussion between women and men, okay? And we have
Well,
certain
actually,
laws.
respondent and hearing
Okay,
officer.
so with my further research, I did find City of San Clemente online.
Okay,
Okay, you know who Mr. City of San Clemente is?
I have no idea.
It's a corporation.
issued
Well-
correctly or not?
We have a bigger issue now.
Okay, so
Do
you
you realize-
have a room full of witnesses.
Yes,
Are any of these witnesses here to tell me that your vehicle was not parked there? Were they
it's
to
my
tell me
automobile.
your automobile?
yes.
Is anyone here, can,
Point of clarification, you made a mistake when you brought up the word, who got the ticket? You said you got the ticket, and Blanca answered that question, but the law is black and white, so you need to define the word you, proper syntax, because Blanca is not a you.
is anyone here to say that the vehicle was not parked there?
No,
Well, I have a little bit of an objection. It wasn't a vehicle.
Okay,
A
what was it?
vehicle is a commercial term, and this was not a commercial item. A motor vehicle specifically is defined as a self-propelled contrivance used to carry passengers or product or cargo for hire. She's not for hire, so she's not commercial, and so it's not a vehicle.
The hearing officer clearly outlines his role. He is there to listen to arguments and evidence, not to resolve constitutional matters, not to discuss the meaning of special appearances, and certainly not to debate the definition of the word. Julinka's companion argues that her name must be defined in proper syntax, and that she is not the you named on the ticket. The courtroom spirals further into sovereign gibberish and grammatical gymnastics. This is not about law, it is about creating confusion. Until the system breaks down, the officer calmly says that unless they provide new evidence to contest the citation, he will proceed with his decision. Lenka then demands to meet someone responsible for the ticket and asks for the hearing officer's contact and bond information. When told that he is a private contractor, she looks completely shocked. Her fantasy of fighting the government crumbles when she learns he is not even a government employee. She wanted to expose tyranny, but ends up exposing her own ignorance.
Okay, my role here is very simple. It's very rudimentary. It's here to, I'm here to listen to your reason for contesting the citation. And so that's what I'm here to do. So if no one has any other testimony in regards to what the issue is at hand, then that's fine.
Yes, I have more to say, although I'm not sure it's appropriate at this time.
my thing is that we have a bigger problem here, all right? Yes,
At your opening statement, you said you were here on special appearance.
yes.
Now, you appeared not to really understand what you meant by that.
Well, if it was a special appearance, I would be made aware of it. Okay, so no one in the city, no one has made me aware of any special appearance.
No, this is a special appearance
This
right
is-
here.
It's
Right
a
here.
hearing. It's a hearing. There was a gentleman that came in and had a hearing just before you. It was not termed as a special appearance. I
Right.
mean, if you want to term yourself as a special person,
I'm not a
Amber-
person, I'm not a person, I'm not a citizen, and I'm not a resident,
Okay.
okay? So I'm
However you
a
want to
very,
clarify
very
yourself.
special woman, actually, that you will need to learn about. Yes,
What I'm making a point here on the special appearance, what that specifically means is that she's here for purposes of determining jurisdiction. Okay? Is the jurisdiction there? Now, you have your own purpose, which is you're gathering information, and you understand that. But that's outside the parameter of special appearance. Special appearance in any hearing, the person is entitled to stick with the issue of what is the jurisdiction in the first place. And any discussion about facts or other laws or whatever is outside that parameter. And so that she has a right to come in on that issue. Because until you establish jurisdiction, there is no jurisdiction. Okay?
I'm sorry, but none of this applies to the reason why this hearing was set. None of it applies to the decision that I'm going to make. And I appreciate that. Perhaps this is going to be something you'll have to take up with another party in the city or in the county. But right now, my role is to review, to listen to your reasons for contesting this, and then to review evidence that would show one way or another. So that's That's all I'm here to do. And
Then
if
there's a
there's,
mismatch of roles there. Because
perhaps there is.
I think there is.
I'm in the right place, so.
Yes, you're in the right place according to your mandate. This I understand, absolutely.
Okay.
So I don't doubt
Okay,
your perspective.
okay.
But she has her perspective, which is she came down here specifically on the issue of jurisdiction and nothing else. The facts only matter in terms of jurisdiction.
So
all I
I'm here
need-
to
I will
just
tell
share.
you, I will tell you what I need, okay? I need to meet the responsible party for the city of San
Okay,
Clemente.
you'll have to
correct?
do that in your appeal, which I communicated clearly that you have the ability to
So who will
appeal.
that be?
You will get a notice of my decision, and then with that notice, you have, I think 30 days after that to go ahead and file an appeal. And then you would go to the next level.
Okay, but Todd, also I need to know your contact information, where.
I'm not gonna give you my contact information. I work for the city.
For City of San
I
Clemente?
do not work for the city, I'm here to represent them in this hearing. So I'm not gonna give you my contact information.
We need your bond.
But we need
No, I
your
don't have
information. Oh, so you are public officer?
Operating with-
And you
I'm
are
not a public
operating.
officer, I work for a private company.
It's me, my rights, there is a mail fraud, there is an extortion, so I want it on the record, so I really need to meet
Well,
with
it's
the
all been
responsible
recorded. It's all
party.
been
Because I am not happy American right now, and I want it to be very clear. I am peaceful American, but
Appreciate that.
when you guys speak of fight with me by trespassing on my private property, I'm going to go after you.
Hearing wraps up, Lenka delivers one final rant about being a peaceful American who is being violated by officials trespassing on her land. She makes a vague threat about going after them if they do not respect her rights. The officer simply reminds her that she can appeal his decision within 30 days. This entire scene reveals how sovereign citizens weaponize misunderstanding. They quote outdated legal terms, they redefine everyday words, and they refuse to follow any system. They cannot control. Lenka's whole mission was to win a parking ticket case by refusing to acknowledge the authority of the court, but all she really did was waste everyone's time and lose even more credibility. Her version of freedom means no rules, no accountability, and no consequences. But in the real world, there are consequences, and this courtroom made that crystal clear.